If the only options available to you have windows, be sure to block them fully. Gather your supplies. You will need a candle, matches or a lighter, and a mirror. Some versions of this say it will only work if you have a candle. One single candle. Wait until nightfall. Some versions say midnight. You have to start calling for her at exactly midnight. Then bring your supplies to the playing space and enter it alone. If you haven't already, prepare the room. Block the windows, set up the mirror if necessary, turn out the lights, light the candle, and place it in front of the mirror. Face the mirror. Make eye contact with yourself. Be brave. Be fearless. Take a deep breath, and when you are ready, begin repeating the name Bloody Mary.
The Late Night Legends podcast is meant for a mature audience. Topics covered may be violent or sexual in nature and are not suitable for sensitive listeners. Please be aware of your surroundings. For specific trigger warnings, please see the episode's show notes. Testimony shared by guests of this show are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Late Night Legends hosts or staff. This podcast and any linked materials should not be considered medical or professional advice, nor is the information a substitute for the expertise or treatment from a professional. Listener discretion is advised.
Late Night Legends Internet Podcast, a radio show. My name is Frank Barrientos, United States of America, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Joan, Jessiy, Kay, and Charlie, in order as they are on my screen. Tonight we have not the original topic that we had planned. We want to send out a very special hope you're okay to Christina Bloom, who was involved in some type of accident at some point. So, Christina, if you're listening, you're in our thoughts and prayers, and we hope that everybody involved is okay.
Yeah.
And we got a lot going on, and we've kind of divvied things up tonight, so I'm going to pass it to Joan.
Hi. Hello. I'm Joan still. So this coming spooky season, we have a lot lined up. Next week, we have the return of Stormfrog and Paige Senpai. And we're going to be talking tarot again, which is so much fun because, you know, I love that topic. I would also like to say a huge thank you to everyone who applied to be a host on the Late Night Legends. We are closing applications now. That link will no longer be in our show notes section. So thank you for everyone applied, and you will be seeing some new faces here soon. Whoa. And I'm going to kick it over now to Kay.
Yeah, so we've brought this up a couple of the previous weeks about credit with the murder mystery, and I'll talk more about that. But we've never listed said person by name. So if you listen to our sister podcast, you may be familiar with this person. His name is Phil, Mr. McCracken. And, I really got to speak his name. I got to give credit where credit is due. So, Phil McCracken, if you're listening to this, thank you for the help that you gave to me with that murder mystery. And speaking of murder mysteries, if you had fun playing that game, in 2 weeks, October 21st, we're going to be doing Murder Mystery Part 2. So excited. This one is going to be a little bit more of an escape room theme. So if you like going to escape rooms and playing escape room puzzles, tune in. We'll be monitoring the live stream chat. You can help us solve the puzzles and help us escape.
Also, I also wanted to thank everyone who went onto our YouTube polls and voted for their favorite content. We're going to be mixing things up here on our side, and we really took the feedback into consideration when planning future shows. I know that we're not planning anything really for 2024 anymore. I think we're pretty much set because we're taking December off as we usually do. But going into 2025, we're really going to take the feedback, and I know for a fact like we're going to play more games and stuff like that. Like that was a big ask. And then what else are we doing? What else did they say? Do you guys remember feedback? I know they wanted more like consciousness related stuff, places.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like thank you for everyone that voted, and we'll try to deliver the best content that you want. And yeah, we'll go from there. Charlie, do you got anything by chance?
Not really.
I heard you got some news, but we'll keep that in the Discord.
HR says no. HR says stop that. HR says don't.
Not the teeth lick. Stop.
Charlie, we'll talk.
And legal says stop that now. Legal's getting involved, and legal says don't do that. Ugh.
I didn't even do anything. I'm just sitting here.
You're licking your teeth.
Yeah, you're licking your teeth.
All right, Charlie. Sorry to make you feel uncomfortable. All right. Who wants to talk about their makeup topic first?
We only have one makeup topic.
Oh, okay. We're talking about Bloody Mary, yes?
I was saying I had a story to tell all of you.
Tell us the
that
story.
I thought you might enjoy. So I went on a haunted hayride over the weekend, which I love a good haunted hayride. I love getting cozy with everybody and their children and like the uncles and the grandparents, and everyone's like squished together, and like everyone climbing on the hayride and things like that. That's always fun. So we were seated. It was a very good hayride. We got a couple good scares in. And where we were seated, there was no back. And so the guy jumps up and he's like, you know what my favorite thing to eat is fingers. And he's like, it's finger looking good. And like, he's like, I like them roasted and boiled. Like he went through like all these different like ways to eat fingers. He really gave me like a recipe book. It was very nice. I took some notes, but then he like goes the other side of me, and mind you, this man is like in my ear, and he goes, you know how I like my fingers? And I started laughing because all the answers I could think of were very inappropriate. To which he just went, raw. And I went, oh no, that's the worst answer of them all. I was like, so this whole weekend I've been like, you know how I like my fingers? Raw.
It's a family podcast,
good, Frank.
Everybody. Family podcast.
It's not a family podcast.
What are you talking about? He's sharing recipes. What are you talking about?
This is the podcast you send Grandpa when he's having a bad day.
Maybe he wants a finger recipe.
I think Grandpa's never been on a haunted hayride, eating some fingers, you know.
Raw.
Grandpa, you don't have to put your teeth in for the hayride. What? Hold on, I just got a message from Isabel. Hold on. Everybody doesn't know who Isabel is, but
yeah,
she's friends with Phil.
She's friends with. Oh, we got a report of a bomb threat in my town. That's nice.
Oh, you have a lot of action happening in your town right now.
I don't know if y'all can see that.
Don't show that. It's on Twitter.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Twitter.
That's not the problem, Frank. I'm just trying to save you from you, Frank. I really am.
Now everybody knows how far he is from a Chicago O'Hare.
It is true.
That's okay. Everybody, I live in Edgewater Beach neighborhood in Chicago, 60640. If you'd like to visit me, come at me, bro.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt, you stop that right now. Do we want to go in the topic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've all shared
Listen, guys,
Charlie.
I'm sorry I made tonight awkward. Listen, I'm drinking coffee and it's 9:13 at night and I'm just feeling good. I'm sorry.
Coffee.
I got this new churro creamer, churro flavored. It's like cinnamon and vanilla. It's amazing.
Who is Bloody Mary? Well, that changes.
Who is she?
I have to just shield you guys so I can be serious. Okay. Well, that changes depending on who you're talking to. Frank, I can't.
I'm sorry. I'll just on the camera. I can't. Hold on.
Okay.
There you go.
It doesn't make it any better.
Damn it.
Okay. To some, she's Mary Worth, who may have been either a Puritan woman who was tried and executed for witchcraft, or a woman who was killed in a car crash more recently. To others, she's Mary Wales, who might be the aforementioned car crash victim or a vanishing hitchhiker-type spirit. Some say she's the vengeful spirit of a mother who lost her child. Still others say she's Mary Tudor, the Queen of England who reigned from 1553 to 1558 and became known as Bloody Mary for the execution she carried out against Protestants in an effort to restore Catholicism to England. For what it's worth, some have suggested a scientific explanation for the spirit's appearance. It's said that staring into a mirror in low-light conditions for lengthy amounts of time causes our perception of what we're seeing to distort and become monstrous. Perhaps the true monsters are simply reflections of ourselves. No matter what you believe, though, one thing is absolutely clear. If you try to summon Bloody Mary, you do it purely for the challenge of surviving the encounter. So, I want to ask, has anybody played Bloody Mary?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Charlie?
I don't think I ever have.
I personally have not. I was always too scared to do it.
I've done it 3 times in my life.
Have you seen Bloody Mary?
No. I just felt stupid.
I had crap happen
Jessiy,
at my
have you?
house.
Oh. Did you ever see anything in the mirror, or you just did it, nothing happened, and then stuff started happening in your house?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, did it in the mirror. Candle that I had in the bathroom went out, and then walked out of the bathroom, and then books flew off the shelf.
Oh. That is something that people report happening is they'll do it, and then Mary will come into their home and haunt them, essentially. So people have reported that happening. Okay, so there are many, many theories as to where Mary comes from. I started doing research for this topic, and there's no definitive answer as to the origin of this legend or even this game. I think it's now considered more of a game. It's popular mainly with children who are like elementary and early middle school age, I think is where most people start hearing about it. I personally heard about it in elementary school for the first time.
Same. It was like a rite of passage.
Yeah, I think elementary school.
Yeah. It's a very popular thing to do at sleepovers. So one of the theories is Queen Mary. So a lot of you have probably learned about Queen Mary a little bit in history class. She was pretty famous. She was the first queen to reign in her own right. So the first queen to reign without being married to a king. So that was pretty special. She was the daughter of King Henry VIII. He was a pretty famous guy. He's the one that had many wives.
8 wives.
Anne Boleyn.
6 wives.
6 wives, you're right. Sorry.
There's
10
a
wives.
musical
Henry
about it.
VIII, 6 wives. Yeah. I do like the musical 6.
I know
I
you do.
should have known that. You're right. Might be.
Yeah, so her father was King Henry VIII. Her mother was Catherine of Aragon. First wife. Yes. Thank you, Charlie. So her father was married to Catherine, and he decided that he didn't want to be married to Catherine anymore because he was interested in this saucy little side piece, Anne, and he wanted to marry Anne. And so he went to the Catholic Church and said, I would like to divorce my wife, please. And the Catholic Church said, no, you may not do that.
No.
They don't allow that type of shit. They don't like that.
They do
No.
not. So Henry just goes, all right, well, I will make my own church then. And he created the Church of England
Hell yeah.
and granted himself his own divorce.
Such a baller move.
Oh yeah, my man.
Yeah.
No, let's not say that's great. He did a lot of bad shit.
I'm not talking about his bad stuff, but this is pretty cool.
I mean, the
Oh,
Church
you don't
of
like me?
England
Fuck
is
it.
still,
I'll do the church myself.
Church of England's still going. I mean, it's still.
Is
the
it going?
thing. Yeah, the Anglican Church.
Man,
I
I'm gonna
mean,
look into that church.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Canterbury, the Archbishop of Canterbury, is still the head of. He's basically
Yeah.
just the English Pope, and it's just like,
Oh.
oh yeah, we just have our own competing system that's exactly
That
the
sounds
same
awesome,
in almost every way, except we can divorce people.
dude.
Yeah, basically.
Why am I not part of that church?
You can go ahead. Nothing stop. I mean,
There are
nothing
Anglican
stopping
churches
you.
in America too.
Yeah. I had some well-meaning friends, but they were not raised Catholic like I was, but they were well-meaning, and we were in England, and my grandmother had passed away fairly recently, and we were in England, and we went to, oh my gosh, why can't I think of the name? The tower where they killed everybody.
Tower of London.
Tower of London. Duh. That's a duh. Duh.
The Tower of England.
London. Tower of England. No, it's Tower of London. I went to the Tower of London, and there's like a thing where you can like make a small purchase and you can light a candle in remembrance of someone. And they were like, hey, if you want to, we do have a few coins. You can light a candle. And I was like, no, she was Catholic. And they're like, so? And I'm like, that's very insulting. I was like, she would come back and haunt me very badly if I lit it in a Protestant area.
To be honest, Joan, if somebody's related to you and she's probably gonna haunt you anyway, just because she's like, that's what you would do, right?
No.
I think you'd haunt somebody.
We
I
have
think
a
you'd
very
say-
complicated relationship. I don't think she's haunting me.
Mm.
But she's also
She's gonna
not
haunt-
haunting me out of spite.
I feel like she'd haunt somebody.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I can just imagine how hurt Catherine must have been, though. Like, imagine your husband wants to divorce you so bad from one of your ladies in waiting that he just creates an entire other church that is still surviving over 500 years later because he doesn't want to be
Out
with
of
you.
spite.
That history is so interesting because he actually lost a lot of favor with the people of England because she was beloved as a queen.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, no, the Pope said you guys should get married. Ew, why are you doing this?
This week on Spiteful Legends, how far would you go to get a divorce?
Well, it's also because, like, she wasn't providing him daughters. Or, sorry, not sons. And she only provided daughters. So,
Yeah.
Unforgivable.
Would you?
in his mind,
here's,
yes.
Here's a question. Would you rather have your husband be so obsessed with divorcing you that he starts another church or he just kills you?
I mean, he did both, but, like,
Right.
I'd be like, oh my God, why are you, like,
So you're
obsessed
saying
with
my
me?
husband either has to kill me emotionally or physically is what you're asking.
Divorce, beheaded, died. Divorce, beheaded, survived. Yep. So you can pick out of those.
I don't know.
So you have the Catholics and you have the Protestants. Okay. So Henry, oh wait, no, Henry's on the side, Protestant.
Thank you.
Henry passes away. Catherine, oh my gosh, Mary
Passes away riddled with gout. Anyway, go on.
Gout.
He had so much gout.
So Mary was very angry at her father for doing this because when he married Anne, divorced Mary's mother, Mary was declared illegitimate, which meant she was downgraded from a princess to a lady, and she was very mad at her father for doing
No.
this. She was also separated from her mother. She loved her mother. She wanted to be a princess. Girlie was ticked, okay? So, when her father dies, She assumes the throne. There's more to the story than that. It's pretty cool. Look it up. But what's important, she takes the throne. She wants to bring her kingdom back to Catholicism. She has never been Protestant. So during her reign in 1555, she enacted a law that ordered Protestants be burned at the stake. She wanted this to be quick, easy. She thinks, we can burn 1 or 2 people at the stake. It'll scare all of the other Protestants. Problem solved. She does not expect people of the Church of England to be so astute, so strong in their religion that so many people would have to die. She ends up burning around 300 people at the stake. A lot of people. And because of this, she is given the nickname Bloody Mary. So, that is one of the theories as to Bloody Mary. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the other women that is mentioned is Mary Worth. I've heard a couple different variations as to who Mary Worth was. One of the variations is that she was a lady that lived in a little cottage out in the forest, and she made tinctures and other remedies and would sell them to people in town to make a living. And the people in town decided that that made her a witch and claimed that one night she was outside a house and the daughter from that house was walking out kind of in a trance, and Mary is standing in a field holding a stick, a wand, with a light emanating from the end, and this girl is walking towards the light in a trance. A bunch of other girls in the town had gone missing. They believed that Mary had something to do with it, but couldn't prove anything. They see her doing this. They chase her down. They shoot her in the hip with a silver bullet.
Wow, she's not a werewolf.
I don't know. They're just checking off all the boxes just to make
Just
sure
in
that
case.
they had all their
Toss
bases
some garlic
covered.
bulbs at her
Yeah, I
and
was gonna
maybe some
say,
holy water
dip it in
too.
garlic.
Yep. Yeah. They capture her, and when they capture her, she puts a curse on them. She cursed the town, saying that if anyone uttered her name while looking into a mirror, she would come back for them. She was burned at the stake, and when they searched her home, they found a whole bunch of unmarked graves from all the girls that had gone missing. Personally, I think that's a really interesting thing to do. Like, oh no, you shot me and captured me. If you look in a mirror and say my name, I'm coming for you, buddy.
But also not my full name. Just like the most common female name in the past 100 years.
How about
Yeah.
That
that?
one.
And
Say that name.
And bloody, because you shot me. And you gotta
And
say it
bloody.
3 times. And there's gotta be a candle.
There's a lot of rules to this. There's a lot
very
of rules I'm
specific.
adding on.
There's also said to be a woman with the same name who was disfigured either from an accident or from birth. And she's said to have essentially walked past a mirror, saw her reflection, and was so angry that she cursed at the mirror, and the mirror shattered and killed her.
It's pretty hardcore.
Why is that relatable though?
I know. I was thinking that too. I just didn't want to say anything.
Like maybe I'm Mary.
Bloody Joan, Bloody Joan.
Bloody Joe. You know, like when you get like that one hair that just won't sit right. Yeah, I've been that angry.
Yeah.
I had a hair like that in my eyebrow that just wouldn't go down, and I was like gonna get my picture taken at the DMV, and I just ripped it out because I was tired of like trying to mess with it.
I had a similar thing last week. I went to get a haircut, but I had this one eyebrow hair that was like so long and just like in my eye, and I was like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
So she had him shave it.
it's like a
Would you
foot
guys
long.
ever wax your? Not you, Frank. I already know. Charlie, would you ever wax your eyebrows?
I mean, I guess so, maybe.
Okay.
But
Frank, I already know the answer to the question, so I didn't need
I
to
like
ask
my
you.
eyebrows.
I feel attacked. What's the answer?
yes,
Yes.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
I'm wondering if this cursing at like a mirror or reflective surface includes like phone screens, because have you ever like accidentally opened up your front camera on Snapchat or something?
And then you're like this, like looking down at it.
Like that is a wonderful sight.
Like, that's where I put all those chins. I
It's
forgot.
like a picture like up your nose.
Yeah.
I love that I have no neck or jawline. That is magical. I'm so glad you shared that with the class. Don't shush me. We're live on Twitter. She could stay.
She could be watching. All right.
Aren't we in your headphones? What is going on?
That's true. She can't even hear us, Frank.
I can hear you. So I'm making this whole show weird, guys. I'm just gonna dip. Y'all can do the show without me.
All right.
Hey, what's next in your script, please?
Next item. Okay. So one that I came across, I only saw it once. A lot of the other names were mentioned multiple times, but this one I only saw one time, but I thought it was really interesting. So have any of you heard of Lady Dracula? This is Elizabeth Bathory.
Yes.
No.
So her name is not Mary, but it is a little Elizabeth, which is also a common name. I don't know. I just want to tell the story.
It's a little bit like Mary.
Yeah. And
Except all the letters.
Mary
I
had
just said, sorry, go ahead.
Mary had a sister, Elizabeth.
She did?
So maybe somebody just got confused.
I just said that because a little bit sounds like Elizabeth.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, wordplay. Creative.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm.
Mm.
So Elizabeth was born into a very prominent family. Her family controlled Transylvania, and her uncle was the king of Poland. She was raised in Hungary, and she married Count Ferenc Nadasi in 1575, and Ferenc was very wealthy. He owned a lot of stuff, so he was very rich and powerful. He ended up passing away, and she inherited all of that. So she was a very rich and powerful woman. More gentry level women started going missing. Nobody really knew where they were going, and nobody really cared because they were poor women. So nobody checked. Then some women of higher nobility started going missing, and the king of Hungary ordered an investigation be done after accusations of these noble women being murdered arose. Elizabeth supposedly was found to have tortured and murdered over 600 women with the help of her servants.
Yep.
Her servants were tried, found guilty, and 3 of them were executed because of this, because of their role. Elizabeth was never tried, but she was confined to her castle until her death.
Wow.
Now, here's the funny thing about the story. This is a very rich and powerful woman without a husband. There are people that want the land, they want the money. The servants that were executed, the ones that confessed, did so after being tortured. And we know how reliable that method is. It's very good at getting results. But are the results truthful? And I won't mention any of the things that were used, but some of the methods that were used, I'd tell you whatever you wanted to hear. About 50 eyewitness statements were given, but none had actually seen any torture or murder. They'd only heard of it from another person. So it's all hearsay. Nobody's actually seen her do anything. But they claim that she was torturing and murdering these women and then bathing in their blood.
I was about to say
try
that.
and
To
to
keep herself
absorb their
young.
youthfulness, their beauty, absorb all of that. Our girl was into skincare.
A guru of her
A
time.
guru of her time. Yeah. Nobody ever saw her do this. I don't know where this came from.
You would need a lot to bathe.
You would.
And also, like, the thought of getting into something that is body temperature really upsets me.
I believe
That's
the
true.
human body
It
only
can
has
cool.
3 liters of blood. if
Yeah,
I'm not
it's like
mistaken.
2 to 3 liters depending on.
Yeah, it's not
person.
a lot.
I mean, if you kill 600 people,
Yeah, but are you gonna reuse the same?
You're not
Yeah,
like not only is it room temperature, it's also gonna like be coagulated. There's a whole bunch of stuff you gotta consider. It's just not good, Charlie.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I do have to wonder if there were benefits though.
Well, people do vampire facials.
Yeah,
That's
the
what
plasma
right? That's the new
facials.
thing.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And there's the CEO who gets blood transfusions from his son to keep
Oh
him
my
young.
God.
Oh
Yes.
yes.
To see if he could stay young.
Yeah,
That is right. I forgot about that. What a nugget to bring back to my mind.
Thanks for that nugget, Charlie.
well, it's like yeah, it's just a modern day.
I am not the bringer of nuggets, but you are tonight.
Here's
can't call
another
you that.
nugget. A small bathtub holds about 150 liters. So we're talking about at least 50 people,
I'm gonna need you to
about-
give that to me in gallons, Charlie.
about
I'm an
40
American.
gallons.
Thank you.
So many nuggets tonight.
Did you put away that European
Yeah.
shit you're talking about?
Okay.
We're
nug-
we use the imperial system, okay, Charlie?
Give
All
it
this
to me in
metric-
nuggets. How many nuggets?
How
are
many
we talking
nuggets?
about?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's about
Every nugget is 4 ounces. Come on, let's go.
it's-
Is that
Gallons?
true?
Gallon. Frank just knows this.
I think every nugget's like a chicken McNugget. I think it's about 3 ounces.
Are
I
we
don't
talking
know.
about chicken nuggets? Or are we talking about gold nuggets? I'm very
Oh.
confused what we're talking
Are
about.
we
many
talking
ounces is
about
in
like the
How many ounces?
boot shape
My
from
ingots.
Wendy's? Are we talking about the
Bell-shaped
star shape
McDonald's.
from Carl's Jr.?
Oh,
We don't have Carl's
6-piece
Jr.
chicken stars, but you have
Yeah.
Hardee's,
We don't
right?
have that. What is that? Carl's Jr.
It's
I think
Hardee's.
it's
You don't know
Hardee's.
Carl's
It
Jr.'s?
says Hardee's.
We don't
rebrand.
have those
It's
here.
idiocracy.
what?
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, idiocracy. Thank you, Jesse.
yes.
You are an unfit mother.
I'm lost out. Where are we?
3.4 ounces chicken McNugget.
Okay.
So if
All
you
right.
convert
All right, Charlie.
ounces to cups, to gallons, to liters.
Yeah.
My car gets 40 rods to the hog's head, and that's the way I likes it. Charlie, do you get that reference?
No.
No? Oh, come on. Fuck. This is Simpsons. All right.
Oh, okay.
I'm signing off.
Okay.
Okay,
Would you like to
so
keep going?
Bringing it on back.
Bring
Back around. Modern day people who are looking at this, historians, are guessing that this did not happen. Most people are thinking this did not happen. It was just made up because people wanted to seize her assets.
Mm.
If it did happen,
Mm.
she is the most prolific female serial killer in history that we have in recorded history. And if she did do the weird things like bathing in blood and whatnot, it probably wasn't because it was good for her skin. It's probably just because she was a sadist. It's just weird. So, anyways.
Why not both?
Could be both.
Probably both. Maybe both.
So, if you want to play this game, bringing it back to the legend, if you want to play this game, the accounts of what you're going to see vary widely. So, they say you're going to see somebody that's horribly disfigured in the mirror. You're going to see a beautiful woman. She's just covered in blood. They say she was tragically disfigured in an accident. She was killed by a jealous lover. She was a witch burned at the stake in Salem, or she was a member of a cult. People really
Yes.
don't know where Mary came from. What's going to happen to you if you summon her? You might wonder.
I
she
do.
she
Please tell.
could tell you your future.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. there were cards that were distributed, I'd say, within like the 1950 to 1970s, maybe a little before that. There were cards that would actually show young women standing in front of a mirror, and there would be a man next to her. So women were playing this game because Mary would show their future husband. So you could call upon Mary to show your future husband, or just whatever would happen to you in the future. She may scare you from the room. You may rush to turn on the lights or run out of the room because you're so terrified. If you get close enough to the mirror, she'll drag you in and trap you in the mirror. So if you're going to play, you got to stand back from the mirror so she can't reach out and grab you.
She can grab me.
She could scratch your eyes out.
I've heard that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I grew up with.
She may haunt you. So even if you run out of the room, turn the lights on, make her go away, she could remain in your home and do other spooky things to you. Or she could just straight up kill you.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we play the game, you might ask? Let me tell you. You're going to choose your playing space. You may play this game in virtually any indoor setting. The only requirement is that your playing space be capable of total blackout conditions with no light bleeding in from outside. An interior room without windows, such as a bathroom, is ideal. There are some versions that say it has to be a bathroom. It won't work unless you're in a bathroom. If the only options available to you have windows, be sure to block them fully. Gather your supplies. You will need a candle, matches or a lighter, and a mirror. Some versions of this say it will only work if you have a candle. One single candle. Wait until nightfall. Some versions say midnight. You have to start calling for her at exactly midnight. Then bring your supplies to the playing space and enter it alone. If you haven't already, prepare the room. Block the windows, set up the mirror if necessary, turn out the lights, light the candle, and place it in front of the mirror. Face the mirror. Make eye contact with yourself. Be brave. Be fearless. Take a deep breath, and when you are ready, begin repeating the name Bloody Mary. Say it aloud, beginning softly but adding volume with each repetition, repeating it once, twice, 3 times.
A lady.
Yes. Some versions say you only have to say it 3 times. Some versions say you have to say it 13. And some versions say you have to say it 100 times to get her to appear. Speak the final repetition with finality and stop. Look in the mirror. Look harder. What do you see? Is it just yourself? Are you sure? Look again, but stand back. Do not place yourself within arm's reach of the mirror. She might scream at you, but you can handle screaming. If she's able to grab you, though, there's no coming back from that. If you survive the experience, extinguish the candle, turn on the lights, and leave the room. Do not use that mirror again. If it's in your bathroom, throw it out. Get rid of it. Pop it off the wall.
Oh, no.
Pop it off the wall. Throw it away.
Okay.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
I've got like a full, like the whole side of my, like the whole wall is a mirror.
Well, Charlie,
Drop
that's a
it.
you problem.
Let's see. From Charlie.
Pop it off, toss it in the dumpster. You cannot use the mirror again. Why? Ask me why.
Why?
It doesn't
Why?
say. It doesn't say. I don't know.
You hear that, Charlie? Now you know.
He doesn't. They didn't explain anything.
I don't make the rules. A million other people do, but not me.
You know what? True. Pass that blame. Not yours.
It's not mine. I didn't make the rules. I'm just telling you.
Couple of things I'd like to note from the rules. One, I would give up after 10, maybe. I'm not going to 100. That's too many times. I will lose count. I can't say it with finality because I'll be confused.
You know. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say 2. I'm sensitive. Don't tell me that I can handle screaming. I cannot. I will cry. I don't like being yelled at.
You can be brave, Joan.
No.
But you'll survive it physically. She's
Emotionally,
Yeah.
never gonna recover.
I was just going to say, you know how if you say something over and over and over again, eventually you'll stumble over your words?
Yeah.
If you stumble over them, is it like Beetlejuice? Like, do you have to start over? Does it not count if you mess up?
Charlie, I want to let you know that I told the team and our listeners that you're going to give us a full review of the new Beetlejuice #2 movie.
Oh, okay. Well, I've seen it, so that's fine.
Is it good?
I'm wearing a Beetlejuice shirt
It's
today.
it's not as bad as I was led to believe. I'll put it
Okay.
that way.
You know, I hope somebody says that about our show too.
Not as bad as I was led to believe.
That's how I market it to people, honestly.
Yeah.
If you like Super Balls, you should check out.
No.
Those are two different
Absolutely not.
type
Do
of
not
people.
come here.
All right. Well, the last thing I have is, what do you do if you summon Mary?
Mm-hmm.
There are no guaranteed ways to dispel Bloody Mary once she has been summoned, although various methods have been proposed. So you got a couple options here. You can take some soap and make a cross on the mirror with soap for 3 days after you summon her. Others
Because
recommend...
she's Catholic?
Can it be Axe body wash, or does it have to be like a bar soap?
It just says soap.
Oh.
So, I mean, Axe body wash, or especially the spray, that will repel any woman. So,
Sorry.
Especially for 3 days straight in a small confined bathroom where you can't open the windows. Yeah. Yeah, I know what's coming.
Probably
over
repel some guys too.
Mary would come up to the mirror and take one step and be like, screw that.
there.
Ugh.
Whoa.
So you can do that.
It's repelling Joan right now. Just the
You-
thought of it is repelling Joan right now.
It's taking me back to middle school. I'm panicking a little.
Oh, no.
You can burn sage in the playing space, or flicking vinegar in the four corners of the room. You may, of course, try these methods, but don't count on them working.
Oh, okay.
And
No, I
don't-
think the axe would work, to be honest. I
I
think that
think it
does
would.
work. That's the
That's
only
my-
surefire way.
that's my best recommendation.
Well, that's what I was
honestly.
wondering. Like, why would I need to do this if I was just throwing the mirror away anyway? I mean, I you know.
Charlie, listen. Kimberly
You can-
does not make the rules. Okay.
Did you
Lesson
not-
number 1.
Did you not see the episode of Supernatural? I think it was like episode 2 was Bloody
Eh.
Mary. She can jump into other mirrors, not windows, mirrors.
Oh, okay.
Charlie, throw away every single mirror you have in your house.
Charlie, I'm so tired of you not throwing away your mirrors.
I get on that.
But don't break the mirror. Because you know what happens if you break the mirror, Charlie?
Bad luck.
You'll let her out.
Dude,
Oh.
you step on the crack, you break your mama's back. Isn't that how that goes?
That's a different thing, but yes, that is the saying.
You
Yeah.
only walk on the black tiles, but not the white, Charlie.
Well, it depends on
Okay,
what
okay.
side bishop you are, because
Mm.
sometimes.
Mm.
Anyway, continue.
Okay, what's up? What's happening? What's going on?
The only other thing I have is, if you're listening to this, if you've had an experience with Bloody Mary, put it in the chat. We want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Put it in the comments. Tell us about it.
What else would we like to hear in the comments?
Yeah.
What else do you guys want to hear from the audience? They've been really good about talking to us lately.
It's like
They'll listen.
I want to hear what
What?
they thought about Beetlejuice too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I want to know what Axe body spray flavor they think would repel Mary
Flavor?
the quickest.
Flavor.
I don't
You're
know
not
what
supposed to
you
eat it,
call
Joan.
that. Scent? I guess scent is a better word for that.
Jesse and I had the same thought. Flavor?
No.
You know how like everybody's
mean-
doing collabs now? It's like you can go to like the store and they have like Reese's peanut butter cup like makeup or like Twix chapstick.
Sure.
I wonder what like an Axe body spray collab would be like. It's like
Like with
ramen
Reese's?
flavored Axe.
No, with
Maro-chan
with this
collab.
podcast, we're gonna do Late Night
I-
Legends Axe.
I will say,
Oh.
I have tasted Axe because in middle school, you
Ugh.
get the boys
Yeah.
that pull it out of their locker and
Yeah.
are just going to town on it. And you can taste that.
It wasn't
They had
invented.
nasty.
No, wait. The reason I say flavor, when I was growing up and Axe was a thing, Axe chocolate was one of
Yes.
them.
Oh my gosh.
Axe chocolate was one of them, so
Mhm.
flavor is not a weird thing to say.
I don't think it was invented until like Jesse and I were in high school. So when we were in junior high, the kids did not do that. They had like Old Spice,
Yeah.
right?
Old Spice is making a comeback, and
I think
Was
Steve
it?
still
Feels
has
like
an
it.
axe from high school.
Dude, Jesse, if you can go to your cabinet right now and pull out an axe that Steve has a Venmo $1 right now. Right now, I'm going to send you $1. If you can go right now and show
So
me
you
a
can
can of
go
Axe right
to
now,
the dollar store and
$1.
buy another can of Axe body spray.
No, it's got to be right now. Jesse, do you want $1? I'm serious. If you want $1, show me a can of Axe.
I really
Oh
am
gosh.
tempted to go in the
Why are you
bathroom.
It's a free $1. You get 100 pennies if you just
Yeah,
go
it's
to
a
your
free
bathroom.
$1 at the cost of her pride.
Okay, let's say a
Don't make
dollar.
her do that.
Let's say
First of all,
$1.25,
it's Steve's problem.
so she can at least go to Dollar Tree and pick out a nice
Okay.
snack.
$1.25, Jesse. Show me an axe. I
Show
want
me
to. I'm
an
curious.
axe.
What
me
what
an
flavor does
axe.
Steve has? Does he have the Phoenix flavor, or does he
What's his
have what are the
flavor?
other flavors? I don't know what the other flavor. I know one is Phoenix.
Almost chocolate. That's all I
The
remember.
chocolate one smells well. It smelled really good on me when I wore it one time. Everybody was giving me some compliments for that, but I really hated it.
I love the difference between men's scents and women's scents because women is like vanilla, cherry blossom, and men's like bear glove.
Men's is like
Hey,
Glacier
I like bears.
Rush.
I think Glacier Rush is an Old Spice.
Oh, is it Glacier
scent.
Rush?
Yeah,
I just made that
think
up.
it is.
I think it was a Mountain Dew flavor.
Is it? Isn't it Gatorade?
Oh,
Gatorade has
yeah.
all those Riptide Rush and
Oh, dude, Riptide
Glacier
Rush,
Frost.
So good.
Oh no. Frost Glacier Freeze is Gatorade.
wow.
Okay.
Bear
There you go.
glove is the scent that I buy for Phil though. I will say that.
Is that wait, that's a real scent?
Bear glove,
Bear
yeah.
Glove, yeah. They have Bear Glove,
Oh,
Wolf Thorn, and Kraken Guard.
Kraken.
Kraken.
There's
I
the
like
Raven
Oh,
one too. I
maybe
like the one with the
Wait,
little
the
crows.
Kraken Guard sounds like a safety measure. Should I be getting that?
Yeah,
Is
it
that something?
keeps
Maybe
keeps
I
the
get him-
Krakens away.
I thought you said.
Yeah,
I thought you were
get
going to say
him
safe
Kraken
word. I'm like,
guard.
what? Kraken is what?
Yeah, cracking my back.
Phil McCracken.
Phil McCracken my back.
Y'all like Super Balls.
like-
You'll love the Late Night Legends.
Do you know how I like my fingers? Raw.
Kraken.
Yeah, Kraken your finger. Okay.
All right, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. What are we ended on?
Let's do Joan, Kay, Charlie first, and then
Okay.
Jesse, and then I'll close it out.
Okay. My final thought. I'm usually not a big fan of summoning games because I don't like the idea. Excuse me, this is my final thought. I have the floor.
He's
Sir?
not a big fan.
No, listen to. I didn't even finish.
Go ahead.
I'm not usually a big fan of summoning games because I don't like the idea of inviting bad stuff to come in. But Bloody Mary is probably the only summoning game I've ever played, and I think I just find it a little silly because of all the rules and how specific it is with the rules. But I think it's fun. And I'm debating on asking my husband if he's ever done it or if there is, because there's summoning games all around, and I wonder if there was a game when he was growing up in Japan, if there's a version of that with how ghosts are such a common thing amongst cultures, as well as a distrust in reflections in general. So I'd be interested. And then as a final thought, I think the red axe flavor keeps Bloody Mary away the most.
What flavor is the red one?
I don't know. That's just my guess.
Just go to Walgreens, like spray mouth. Nope, that's not it.
Not
That's not the red one.
I couldn't do a blind taste test. I don't know.
The Axe Challenge.
We're going to be giving away a Costco pallet of Axe in the red flavor for our 100,000 listener giveaway. If you'd like to enter, please tell us your favorite flavor in the comments.
Yeah. And why was it the chocolate one?
I would just like to give props for Elizabeth for going down in history for doing something that modern day women would pay thousands of dollars to do.
Yeah.
Girl was ahead of her time, and it wouldn't be weird if she did it today. Probably, maybe, I don't know.
Well,
The murder part, probably weird. We don't like that still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she went through a professional something down in New York or LA, you know.
This seems more like a illegal operation you get.
I was gonna
out
say
of
this
the
is where the
country.
whole Hollywood Illuminati bathing in
You go to
baby
see
blood came
John
from.
of God, he'll perform a surgery on you, and he'll do that type of stuff for some money. You guys know about John of God? Okay.
No.
I am not sure which is my least favorite flavor of Axe, but I kind of want to go dig through Phil's closet to see what he's got in there. Because I know he's got some stuff tucked away.
For a rainy day.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
I could tell you about
How-
some of the grooming
I-
products that guy has.
Can I ask how old Phil is? Would you tell me if I asked here on air or no?
Yeah, I'll tell you. He's 30. Threw
See,
him a
like I'm
big-
wondering. So he's right on the cusp because before we had Axe, the kids wore Brute in junior high. Jesse, are you
Oh,
familiar
yeah.
with Brute
Or Old Spice.
or like Stetson? Charlie knows what I'm talking about. Charlie, did you
I
ever
had
rock
some-
the Brute?
I had some Brute when I was like
Dude,
12, 13.
Dude, when I first hit puberty, my armpits started smelling, and my mom had to go to Walgreens and buy me some deodorant. Man, she brought home the fucking Brute for Christmas in a gift set. I had the cologne, I had the deodorant, I had the aftershave, even though I didn't shave at the time. I was set for like 2 weeks.
Maybe it's where I grew up, but it was either Axe and then like I knew some people who did like Irish Spring. That was like the
Oh,
other
Irish
one.
Spring smells lovely. I
I
still
love Irish Spring.
Steve still uses that.
I am asking Phil if he wore Axe in school, and if so, what was your favorite flavor?
Ask him if he wore Brute.
He says yes.
You guys are driving me nuts with the flavor.
Flavor or scent?
Charlie, you want to give us a final thought while we're waiting for Phil's response?
Well, yeah, I like any of these kind of games. I mean, yeah, summoning, that's a little sketchy, but I like any of these kind of games that are like for younger adults or kids, middle school into high school, that kind of stuff, because it just seems kind of fun and silly and innocent. I think maybe my friends and I didn't play this one in particular, but I do remember being locked in a bathroom and then like someone banging on the door immediately, or like to freak me out. It's just good fun, you know. And do you guys remember body
Yeah.
spray?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Bod man. I was allergic to it.
Oh no.
Actually,
was.
I know Phil has that in his closet, actually.
Can you get a bottle? I'll Venmo you $1.25.
What is
Do you
with
want me to go,
this?
do you want me to go dig in Phil's closet while Charlie does his final
It
thought?
was like shaped like
was-
a guy.
Yeah.
No, it's shaped
Like
like a
the
spray
bottle.
bottle. It's like a bottle of Windex almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an idea. Why don't we pull that out after the show? We'll
Okay.
take a picture. We'll put it on our
Yeah.
Instagram.
There
got
we
it.
go.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Charlie, thank you for the final thought. Jesse.
My final thought is, if you're gonna do Bloody Mary, don't do it in a haunted house or somewhere that's already active, because then you don't really know if it is Bloody Mary or not, because that's what I did, and a lot of crazy crap happened at my house. Also,
gosh.
I have a little announcement. I'm leaving Late Night Legends. My life in the paranormal community has kind of blown up um, a lot. So I got events, I got speaking opportunities, I have a book that I'm writing. So I've got a lot going on. So I just can't um, set aside the time for this as much as I used to be able to. So I'm going to be very, very busy. I'd like to do like a send off show, especially because I know there's a lot of people that watch to say hi and everything. So we'll see what happens. But it's been fun the year or so that I've been doing it because I've never done a podcast before. So everybody that's been watching for me and commenting, I appreciate you and thank you very much.
Thank you, Jessiy. My final thought. First, I'm going to talk about the topic. Then I'll talk about Jessiy in a second. But as far as the topic is concerned, I did play Bloody Mary in the 5th grade. I think it was second grade. Second grade. But we played more Ghost in the Graveyard. Have you guys played Ghost in the Graveyard at all?
Sounds familiar.
So it's like Ghost in the Graveyard is you play it at night with your friends. It has to be after sundown. The later, the better. And what it is it's hide and seek outdoors at night. And when the first person finds the people, hide and seek is just let me find you. But Ghost in the Graveyard is as you find people, those people that you find help you find the other people. So it's like a big group game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
We called that Manhunt.
Yeah, that's a much better name. But no, we played that too. And I remember
Okay.
I actually did Bloody Mary. Nothing happened. I can definitely report that. I tried. The first time I tried, I was like, nah, maybe I didn't do it right. So I tried again for funsies, and then I tried again like a year later. Still nothing. As far as the other thing goes with Jessiy, we want to thank you for the time that you have put into the show with us. You'll be missed, and we will figure something out for you to come on at some point and maybe have that send-off show. And I know that we're going to be opening up like holiday time frame. I know we have an optional show at the end of the year where we invite kind of like all of our guests and stuff. And again, the contributions that you've made, we're very grateful for. You've brought on a lot of guests for us, and you've been a good part of our team, and we just want to thank you. I think on behalf of like the people who are not here as well, like Shayna and James, and I'm sure from all the Super Balls people as well, they've enjoyed working with you as well. And we'll definitely see what we can do. Outside of that, for our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for telling a friend. We'll see you all next week. And then look out for a very exciting spooky season this year and November season and holiday season. We've got a lot of really good content for you, and we look forward to seeing you all next week. Say hi to your mom for me, and stay safe out there. Stay safe, not stay. That's an inside joke that I have with my wife. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.